Hello, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 55 of Raise the Hulk, our Aston Villa save. Now, before we get on to reviewing the games that we've had between episodes, we have something a little bit different here. We have the draw for the Champions League first knockout round. Let's get on with it pretty quickly here. You can see we've been seeded. So the teams that we can get, well, we can't get Arsenal and Chelsea, but we could get Napoli, Sevilla, Mönchengladbach, Bruges, Real Madrid we can't get because we had them in our group, and Benfica. I think, obviously, the team we would want there is Club Bruges, isn't it? Outside of that, is there, Mönchengladbach perhaps, Benfica maybe, Napoli, Sevilla. I think they all might be a bit of a muchness, but if we could get Club Bruges, wow, that would be great. So let's get this draw underway, see what we get. Arsenal, we know we can't get them, so they get Dortmund. Chelsea, we know we can't get them, so they have Paris. Now, this is where we come on, Villa. Oh, Club Brugge, Barcelona. Okay, so that's first choice is done. Mönchengladbach, Man United. Oh, the tension. Benfica, Atletico Madrid. So it's Napoli. We have, I think. Oh no, Sevilla is still in it, and it's Sevilla that we get. Well, there we go. Let's get this draw wrapped up here. Real Madrid City, what a round that is, and then Napoli versus Bayern. All right, let's have a look at this Sevilla team, see what we're up against here. Their keeper, yeah, not bad. Simon, he's decent. Any names there we recognise? Sebastian Druisi. Korea, not. We've beaten better this season. I think he looks a decent player, though, doesn't he? We've beaten better. I think we can say that, but obviously at this stage of the competition, there's no easy games. But I think we could be relatively happy with that draw. Lazar Markovic is in there. Yeah, so that could be worse, I think. So anyway, let's get on with reviewing how we've gone since our last episode. Okay, let's have a look at how the games have gone since the last episode. I know after the Man City game, we went and hosted Leicester. You can see here, good win, 3-0. It was a pretty even game, though. The difference was James Wilson. He took chances, got the hat-trick, and he's almost single-handedly won us the game. So that was a big 3 points. We then rounded out the group stage of the Champions League with a 1-1 draw against Monaco. Now, we were the best team, but we didn't really create enough chances, and then they scored a bit of a wonder goal, to be fair, to get level. You can see Matty Molino got another goal in the Champions League, which is really, really good. 1-1 was okay, as I said. We'd already topped the group, so it didn't really matter. We played almost a B team again. With limited success, you can see Boubacar wasn't quite as good, but people like Williams were a lot better, and Conor Horan had a decent game as well. Then we went back to the league. We went to Bristol City. Now it was a scrappy win. There's no other way around it. Jorgen Strands Larsen with the header to get the 3 points for us. Was never really comfortable, but a win is a win is a win, and we definitely won. Then we had a much improved performance against Middlesbrough. We were just on fire in the first half. You can see we went 4-0 up. James Wilson added a late fifth. They got one back right in the stroke of half-time, which is just a concentration issue, I think. But we were really, really good in this game. And you can see just from the match ratings, so many players in the 9s and the 8s. It was just a really, really good performance. Then the last game we had was the game against Southampton. Now, they had a 6-man midfield. It was really almost impossible to get through. We did eventually, Wilson got a nice goal, and then Strands Larsen another header just to wrap it up for us. And of course, at the end of the episode, you can see the best of these goals in the goals of the month. So do stick around after the Huddersfield game for that. But this episode, we have Stoke at home first, obviously followed by Huddersfield away. Let's have a look at the team. Actually, before we do that, we'll have a look at the table so you can see how things are progressing. You can see tied on top, three-way tie with Arsenal and Manchester United. Arsenal's been away at the club World Club Cup Challenge thing for the Champions League winner, so they have games in hand, but you can see that's equal points, only have the one game in hand. So we could, in theory, go 3 points ahead of them here. Obviously, they'd still have games in hand. United's still there. City and Chelsea just starting to fall off the pace a little bit, which is promising for us, but we have had an easier run of games. So the team for the Stoke game, we have Golini in goal, Lengele, Rendrongal and Kone. Davies and Bree is coming in for this one, bearing in mind we have Huddersfield in just 2 days with the festive fixtures here. Lima and Felipe, Roberts, Gonzalez and Wilson, the Holy Trinity up top. All right, so we can see the way Stoker's lining up there. Nothing too scary, although Berahino, stats-wise, is a good player, so he could be a little bit of something to worry about. Challenge them to pick up where they left off. All right, we'll challenge them to keep this run going. And then obviously the calm, we have faiths. The old trusted individual team talk. And then hopefully go and kick these 3 points. Now, we do have a little bit of news regarding Villa Park as well, and that is we are moving away, which is a little bit sad. I'm going to be the manager that takes Villa away from Villa Park, hopefully, as long as we're not sacked by then. Oh, Robert, what a goal that is! Well, that softens the blow of the news we're going away from Villa Park, doesn't it? What a strike, top corner. That is unstoppable. So obviously 50,000 it's not enough, is it? We need a bigger capacity. There wasn't an option for us to continue to expand the stadium. So we're moving, basically. 2023, so 2 seasons. Initial planning, I don't know how set in stone it is. Says 67,000 seater stadium, so that's quite an increase on the 50, obviously. So it's I guess with a heavy heart, we learned that we will be leaving Villa Park within a season or 2. Golly, decent save. Obviously, the target we have to set ourselves before we leave Villa Park is to try and either win the league or the Champions League. So one more time, we can lift those trophies at Villa Park. Can we get that away? We can. On the counter-attack, go on, Paddy Roberts. Decent ball for Wilson. He's brought it in. Can he finish? Can he finish? No, he cannot. It's a shame. It would have been a nice counter-attacking goal. And of course, the next episode, the transfer window will be opened, and I have a surprise for everybody. I bought us a treat, a £60 million treat. So make sure you are tuned in next time around to see what that is. But we have been shopping from the top table of football. And it was the wages of said purchase that made me realize we need a bigger stadium. So that is something to look forward to next episode on Tuesday. So do make sure you're tuning in for that one. Lima to Felipe. Oh, we were just starting to get a nice little bit of play going there. This looks like it might be lagging a little bit. Apologies if that's coming through. Lima, he's broken the play up there. I'm okay with that. Did he get a yellow? He should have got a yellow if he does get a yellow. Just tell him to concentrate. It's just that Patrick Roberts won the goal that's separating the 2 teams at the moment, and it's been a very even game. Let's have a look if there's anything we can do at half-time. I think maybe just a stern talking to might be enough. Lima, don't do that. Oh, you could see that coming. And now we're down to 10 men. What a clown. Okay, so I think what we need to do, we are in front, so we need to be a little bit more conservative. We'll just go the 1 man up top. We'll put Patrick Roberts, keep him as an advanced playmaker, but just bring on Williams to try and shore things up. Jedinak has picked up a knock, which is why he's not on the bench. We'll do that for now, and then we can try and reassess things at halftime. That's really annoying. What an idiot. So what to do in the second half? We're going to have to... I hate playing on the counter-attack because I just feel like it just invites pressure onto you. All right, so we're going to have to be assertive. Maybe a passionate... We can still get a result here. And then we'll individually just tell players that aren't playing well that they're not playing well. Those that aren't doing too bad, that they can do a little bit better. Wilson not playing well. And then as we walk past Lima, we will just punch him in the face. What a moron. And then tactically, we'll drop it to standard. We'll stay on feet, more discipline, stick to positions. We'll try and retain possession, play with a lower tempo, and maybe just be structured. I really cannot believe that we found ourselves in this position. Okay. What I might look at doing, I wouldn't mind resting Patrick Roberts if he's going to be playing deeper like that. But the problem in doing that is that if we do happen to need a goal later, we've lost one of our attacking options to do that. Luis Felipe is more than capable of playing in an advanced playmaker role. Oh, what to do. The other thing I'm contemplating here is if we go Strands Larsen up top just to try and hold the ball up for us. But then obviously we lose the pace of Wilson on the counter-attack as well. Let's see if we can do here. A second goal would just make life a lot easier for us, wouldn't it? Can you pick out a pass there? No. You could see he needed to pick out the run of Bree. I'm wondering if we should put the fullbacks maybe back to support or defence. We probably should do that if we get away with this. Let's wait till the end of this highlight and hopefully we won't get punished. Oh, they're in. Berahino. Oh. This is just making life difficult. It was already an even game, and then to go a man down. Can we just get this clear, please? No. God damn it. Oh, these are stupid points to drop. All right, let's encourage. We don't need to see that again. All right, Wilson isn't playing well. I'm just wondering if they start coming at us, we might have space on a counter attack. Go on, Wilson. Can you win that? We can win that one. Is it worth going to up top again? Probably not, because it's just going to leave us a little bit opened. That man has to come from somewhere. All right, Lengele, can he go out? He can. Ben Davis. Can he find a teammate? Roberts to Wilson. Oh, go on. He's in. Go on. Finish that. Oh, what a terrible, terrible finish that is. Oh, that was horrible. All right, he's not playing well. I think we're going to have to sacrifice Wilson here. Our best chance of a goal, it's looking increasingly, is going to be something that's lumped up in the air to Strands Larsen. So we'll go mixed crosses again. Yeah, we should probably also go mixed passing. Well, he came off the bench and has done well for us. I think it was at the Southampton game he came off the bench. Not that you know, because it wasn't played on screen, obviously. But he does have a habit of doing good things off the bench. See, that's the sort of ball. Wilson did well there, actually, but that's the sort of thing that he will be able to do much better. Now, can we get a ball to the back post there? Go on, Wilson. Go on and score that. There we go. Let's cancel those changes. Well, no need for Strands Larsen because Wilson apparently is just a beast in the air as well. Good run in. I tell you what, the Stoke defence has a lot of questions to ask, or to answer, I should say. But that's very helpful, isn't it? Now let's do what we should have done last time and just set our full wingers, back to defensive. I'm hesitant to take Patrick Roberts off, though we are in front. Oh, 10 to go. We will take him off. I'm not happy that I've done that. Let's put Felipe in as the advanced playmaker. We still need someone in there, I think, that's going to get hold of the ball and direct the play around. All right, what can we do from this? Williams, can you find a pass? No. And now we've got people horribly out of position. We've got defenders back, but we're still outnumbered. Oh, no, don't. Oh, don't. Oh, Golini, what a save. Well, if you're watching last episode and his absolute howler against Real Madrid, that game didn't mean anything. That save or was it a triple save in the end? That was amazing. Let's go defensive. Everything else I think is pretty much as we want it. This would be a big win. We've been 10 men for more than the half. 5 minutes of stoppages though. Oh. I'm struggling to think of what to say. So sorry for the sigh. Oh, I thought that was in. Just the 4 more minutes to hang on. Let's make a time-wasting sub. Let's get Strands Larsen on for Wilson. Let's put him on support to try and bring teammates in. And let's just hold our breath. Just clear it, Langlet. Don't give it away, Langlet. Don't give it away, Langlet. Don't give it away. That should be it. We are about to enter the 7th minute of 5. Surely this is it. Just stick it up field goal, Golini. There it is. Well, that is... I'm pretty happy with that, considering Lima got himself stupidly sent off. That's a good win. That's important. Yeah, we don't get complacent. I agree with that. And let's go. Well, we go back top of the league, which is unexpected, I think, at this point, considering the gap that we did have at one point. I think we were, 7 points behind before the Man City game. So things are turning around, and we'll hopefully continue to turn those things around in Huddersfield in 2 seconds. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Off to Huddersfield. You can see after the latest round of games, the Boxing Day fixtures, we're still top, 3 points ahead of Arsenal, although they do have the 2 games in hand and joint top with Manchester United. We have a better goal difference than Manchester United. This is just unprecedented stuff, guys. So let's have a look at the team we're going with. We've managed to keep it roughly the same. Golini and goal, Langley, Van Drongelen and Kone as the back 3, I guess, aren't they? Mings and Conte this time providing the width. Doyle Hayes comes in for Lima, who was obviously suspended after being an idiot last game. Luis Felipe stays in midfield, though we may look to rest him if we get the chance. Then the Holy Trinity up top, Roberts, Gonzalez and Wilson. So we can see they're playing the 4-4-2, Aaron Moy in midfield, another of the great men. I think I scouted him ages ago and he just wasn't quite up to it. But yeah, here we go. I want to do it for the fans. All right, we can get behind that, I think. And then the old We Have Faiths. And then off we go to try and get 3 points. All right. So we have to discuss the upcoming transfer window. Now, as I said, we do have the very special unveiling to take place next episode. We have also sold Humam, which I do with a heavy heart because I've really, really loved him in the team. Such a good passer. Hey, Felipe! What a start to the game that is. Luis Felipe's absolutely put his foot through one. Bang, 1-0 to the Villa. So yeah, I was saying, we've sold Humam, which probably gives you a little bit of a clue as to the part of the field where our new unveiling is going to be. I think we ended up getting 5.75 for him. He's going off to Burnley. He's obviously worth more than that, but we got him on a free, so we've made a nice little profit off him. I think he's been a really good player for us. Not really first choice, I would say, after the first season in the Premier League, Wilson. Oh, we had men queuing up at the back post. Yeah, not really been first choice, but been a very, very capable player to play in midfield for us. So it is, as I said, with a bit of a heavy heart that we move him on. But I just think his game time is going to be less and less. That is horrible, Felipe. And especially we have Joyce and Dixon coming through as well as young midfielders. So I don't think he's going to get any game time. He's become access to requirements. So as I said, with a heavy heart, we have moved him on. But I think we're going to have maybe a busy summer here, a busy January window, because I think a lot of squad movement that I'd like to do. Jedinak, I just don't think he is. Oh, Chelsea's losing. Quite. I don't want to say good enough, but good enough. The great man, I think, his age has finally caught up with him. So I think we need another ball-winning midfielder. I don't mind Jordan Williams in the role as a backup. And we have Conrad Lima. I feel like we just need a really solid man in there to sort of hold down that job. And I feel like we have a few guys. Doyle Hayes can do it okay. Williams can do it okay. Lima is quite solid as well. But I just think maybe we just need that real Iron Man in there to break up play for us. Do we say don't get complacent? I don't think. I just say we haven't been good enough. Felipe, obviously, with his wonderbolt, so he's having a good game. Conte, we just need to remind him not to get sent off. And I think we just go again. So leave me your thoughts in the comments. What you think we should do to strengthen. I think defensively we're not looking too bad. I think fullbacks were not looking too bad. Mings, we could maybe look to upgrade. We are starting to push our wage budget, which is something that we have to think about as well. We don't know, but chances are Jedinak is going to be retiring in the summer. I don't know if I don't think I can release him from the club. I may have to offer him a new contract, just at lesser money. But he has done some coaching courses, and he does look as though he's a decent, maybe not assistant. Well, assistant was what he'll end up being, but he's really good working with youngsters. He has some good coaching qualities, so I think he's someone that we would like to keep at the club. Long term for the coaching staff as well. Now, Felipe's looking tired. I did suspect that we would have to take him off, so that's why Horahan is on the bench. Patrick Roberts is looking tired as well. I wonder if we take him off for Williams. If we do that, I think that could work. Put him in as a ball-winning midfielder on support. That allows us to free up Doyle Hayes as a more central midfielder, and we'll just put these wing-backs to defensive because we're getting towards the end of the game here, and it hasn't really happened for us in an attacking sense. So I think we just want to try and make sure we keep the back door closed. We have another sub. I'm looking at Wilson and thinking that could be one for Strands Larsen. We'll do that now. And we'll just wind down the clock here. Was it target man? Actually, no, we'll switch them around because we want Strands Larsen on defensive duty that we don't necessarily need Gonzalez on. Move him to advance forward, and then tactically we will just start and close this game down. Stay on feet and stick to position. We'll take Be Expressive off. And there we go. So 4 minutes plus stoppages has not been our most convincing performance at all. But in these festive fixtures, if we can get away with the 3 points, we want to do that. Larsen, back to Conti. Can we nick a second here? A cheeky second. Strands Larsen, no, he's held it up. He's held it up well. He is, as I said, really good, holding the ball up. And if the cross comes into the box, he more often than not finds the back of the net. Here we go. This is a chance. Can Gonzalez find a cross? No. Oh, he does now. There was a man coming in. It was probably, I don't know, probably would have been Horahan coming in there. Let's not let ourselves get counted here, though, please. got the ball, which I don't like. It's got about 4 seconds of stoppage time to go. Can we win the ball? Clear it. This should be it. Foot through it, please, Golini. Thank you. And there it is. Unconvincing, but 1-0 wins are what win the title. So that's fine. Let's not get complacent and let's move on. All right, Villa in control as Terry is brushed aside. Let's have a look how the rest of the games there went. We can see Chelsea ended up winning. That's a bit annoying. Tottenham, no. So we've played an extra game, but we've got those games in hand. Points on the board is what we want, and that's what we have. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. 2 wins. I think that's not bad. Some really good goals as well. Felipe and Roberts, wonder strikes. So that's it for this episode. As I said, if you have enjoyed it, do make sure you leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll be back next time. We'll probably come back end of the month. West Ham, Tottenham. I think that's probably good ones. So we'll come back for West Ham and Tottenham. And of course, the unveiling of our new signing, review of the rest of the transfer window. Make sure you let me know your thoughts, where we should strengthen, who should we move on. But before this episode ends, we have the goals of the month for December. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Baby's gravity, we're superstars.